In today's video, we're going to take a look at an unreleased third-person zombie shooter game for the Nintendo DS codenamed Perdition. It was being worked on by Velvet Games and Bauhaus Entertainment and was very likely an internal pitch demo to greenlight a Resident Evil game. We will be discussing all that here, as well as footage never before seen from this game, so let's begin. The game takes place in a secret nanotech facility deep underwater that's filled with zombies and other kinds of weird mutated specimens. You play as I believe, a cop, judging by the outfit, not like a cop in real life but more akin to Raccoon City's police department. And the aim of the game is to make your way through the facility, killing every zombie and mutant you find. The game never really tells you to do that or anything because it's incomplete, but I've been playing video games long enough to know if you see a zombie, you shoot it. And also if you don't, you die. There's a few different areas to explore that give some context clues to what's going on here. There's blood on the floor, broken pods for experiments, scattered paper, and the fact you're in an underwater base that screams something has gone wrong in a place that shouldn't exist. The many zombies that you do come across are draped in lab coats or random girls in short shorts and white vests, and when they do notice you, they come at you with some decent speed, giving you little time to react. Luckily, all the zombies are situated in a way that they are in front of you, so there's not a lot of chance for them to catch you off guard or surround you. When you do get hit by one of them, they deal 10 damage and put you in a little stun where you can't shoot or move for a second. If there are a lot of them hitting you at once, then you're in trouble. Something interesting to note is enemies don't follow you into new rooms. Even though doors will be wide open, they stop in front of them and just stare at you. However, they will hit you through doorways if you get close enough. In a later area of the game, you are able to bring a few enemies through the doorway with you, but the game randomly makes them invisible to you at a certain distance, even though that distance is like 3 feet in front of you. Of course, these are all just simple glitches that would have been fixed if the game got further into development, but I thought I'd mention it here. Then we have the boss that kind of reminds me of the ooze from Resident Evil Revelations, although quite different with only one arm and a cheetah-like pattern to it. This boss has some interesting characteristics. It still does the usual 10 damage with a hit, but when it hits you or gets close, it randomly enters a rage state, flashing red, causing it to quickly swipe you a lot of times in a row, leading to death faster. If you shoot the boss enough, he will freeze, turning a light shade of blue before resuming not long after, which you can use as a strat to back away from him, or like I said earlier, just sit in a doorway and unload bullets till he dies. The boss, however, has a lot of health, leading to the only other people who have played this game believing you can't actually beat him and progress, but that's not the case, but more on that later. The game features 2 different weapons, an assault rifle and a pistol with an abundant amount of ammo. The pistol can take down the zombies in 2 shots. That's not 2 shots to the head, that's just 2 shots in general, as the player automatically holds his gun at prime headshot level. There's no up or down axes at all, it's just all on one level, which is weird as there is a kind of aim down sights button, but it doesn't add anything. There's also no stylus aiming or any stylus functionality at all, you just use the D-pad. While you can use the assault rifle for suppressing the zombies in the second area, as there is a lot of them, the pistol can actually take down all of them as it has 15 bullets in one clip. When I first booted up the game, I was actually really surprised by the game's graphics and clean 3D models for environments. The enemies could definitely use a few more pixels or polygons though, but officially we would have to wait for the 3DS's Revelations to get a third-person over-the-shoulder shooter for Resident Evil on handhelds, so this is impressive. The UI has the usual health, map and ammo count, but it's also got something else, a power-up gauge. Killing more zombies fills this gauge up, leading to something really interesting. And now this is a stuff that has never been seen or covered before. As I said before, the boss has a lot of health. So much so that firing all your bullets into him isn't enough. What a lot of people didn't realise is, when the boss kills you, his health doesn't reset, and this is important because it takes you dying at least 4 times and expending all of your ammunition to find this out. Something the average sane person wouldn't do. But when you do finally kill him, a new ability gets unlocked. Previously, one of the buttons you press makes your character throw out a weird werewolf-like mutated hand that didn't do anything. Once you kill the boss though, you can now shoot webs or chains from the mutated hands, which allows you to get to a new area by Spider-Manning your way up. Is there anything interesting here? Not really, there's one hallway and another big room filled with more zombies, but your new upgraded mutated hand has a cool ability. If you shoot a zombie with the web, it will freeze them in a place for a little bit of time. The boss in this room looks to be the same, but I can guarantee is even more angry and fast. Once you finally kill every single enemy in the map, your power up gauge will be full and you can activate a crazy ability that turns you into a rampaging monster for like 20 seconds before it finally runs out. The only problem is you have to kill every enemy for this to fill up, meaning I couldn't use it on anyone to see the true effect. And I'm not sure if there is any more to this game that I haven't figured out. Maybe I was supposed to use this ability on a section of the wall to break it, I'm not too sure. The ability kind of came out of nowhere and I was panicking trying to figure out what to do. There's a few more things I need to mention. For example, the game has a 2-player download play mode to play through that exact thing with a friend cooperatively, so you can take down the boss faster. Or you can actually shoot and kill each other and have yourself a little versus mode. The name of the game, Perdition's definition says, in Christian theology, a state of eternal punishment and damnation into which a sinful and unrepentant person passes after death. Resident Evil has a lot of Christian theology-like names in its series, like Damnation, Retribution, and Revelations. So Pedition is a fitting codename and is one of the big reasons I think this was a Resident Evil pitch demo. The name, the main character's striking resemblance to a Raccoon City's police department cop, the mutant zombie, the fact the level is set in an underground underwater facility like the Umbrella Corporation, it all just makes sense to me. The Dementium series originally started as a pitch demo for Silent Hill before that got rejected, so it's not exactly a far reach to assume this is the case as well. Let me know and tell me if you see what I'm saying. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe and perhaps consider becoming a member to support the channel. And for more cancelled games, fan games and lost media in the future, I'll see you all next time.